Number 2. In the given figure, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. This AB parallel to CD and CD parallel to EF. And Y is to Z is equal to 3 is to 7. So the ratios of these two angles Y and Z is 3 is to 7, and we have to find out X. We want to find out this. Now they told us that AB parallel to CD and CD parallel to EF. So what we can say, we can directly write down that AB parallel to EF. Means these two lines are also parallel. Now actually why we had made these two lines are parallel, look here. They had given us the ratio of Y is to Z, Y and Z, but we don't see any direct relationship between this. But actually I can see a relationship between X and Z. You can see that this is forming an alternate interior angle, and I had proved here that AB is parallel to EF, and these two lines are parallel, so directly I can write down that X is equal to Z by alternate interior angles. So these two angles are equal, and they had given us the ratio of Y is to Z. So suppose Y is equal to 3A and Z is equal to 7. I'm not taking X because X actually they had given X, so in ratio we are taking 3A and 7A. Now Z is 7A, therefore X also equals to 7. Because these two are equal, we have proved above. Now X and Y, we can see that it is forming the same side of the transversal. These two lines are parallel and these two are forming the same side of the transversal, means we can say that X plus Y is equal to 180 degree, Y same side of the transversal. So if they are making the same side of transversal, sum is 180. Now on the place of X we are going to put 7A, on the place of Y we are going to put 3A is equal to 180 degree, 10A is equal to 180 degree, A is equal to 180 by 10, therefore A is equal to 18. Now we got that A is 18, but we don't want A, we want to find X. So what will be X? X is equal to 7A. So X is equal to 7 into 18. Therefore, it will be 7 is a 56, 5 carry 12, 126. X is equal to 126 degree. In given figure, if AB is parallel to CD, EF is perpendicular to CD, means this AB is parallel to CD and EF is perpendicular to CD. Angle GED is equal to 126 degree. So GED, this angle is 126 degree. Find angle AGE. AGE means we have to find out this angle. GEF this angle, and then FGE means this angle. These all three angles we have to find out, and they have given us this 126. So directly I can see if this is 126, this will be also 126. Angle AGE is equal to angle GED. Why? Because these two are parallel and this is the transversal, we can say it is forming alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angles. Therefore, directly we can write down these two angles are equal. Therefore, angle AGE is equal to 126 degree. Now you got this 126. Now we can see this is also, this whole is 126 and FED is 90. This is perpendicular. So can we find out this? Yes, directly. Angle GEF is equal to 126 degree minus angle FED, that is 90 degree. So this GF will be 36 degree. This is our second answer. This will be 36. Now we can say this is also making a linear pair. It is on straight line. These two angles are on a straight line, so making a linear pair. So directly I can write angle AGE plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree. Why? linear pair of angles. So linear pair of angles. Now we are going to put the values. 126 plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree. Now take this 126 on that side, 180 minus 126 degree, so that will be 47 minus 2 5, 54 degree. Angle FGE is equal to 54 degree. Question number 4. In the given figure, if PQ is parallel to ST, look here, this PQ is parallel to ST. Angle PQR is equal to 110 degree. This is 110 degree. And angle RST, that is 130 degree. This RST 130 degree. Find angle QRS. Means we have to find out this angle. Now directly we cannot find out because look here, this PQ and ST are parallel but they don't have any transversal or any line intersecting both of these parallel lines. So directly we cannot do anything between with the help of these two. So what we have to do? Look here, they had given a hint that draw a line parallel to ST through point R. Means this, from this point R we have to draw a line. So what we are going to do? We have to write down a straight line, draw a line AB parallel to PQ and ST passing through point R. Draw a line AB parallel to PQ and ST because PQ and ST are parallel and passing through point R. So we will get a parallel line with these two. So now what will happen? We can see now these two are parallel and one QR is the transversal between these two. So there is a relationship between these two because these two are parallel and a transversal. So what we can do? We know that the sum of these two angles will be 180. Directly we can say angle PQR plus angle ARQ is equal to 180 degree. Why? Same side of the transversal. These two are parallel, so same side of transversal. Actually, you have to write down that statement which I had told you that construct this line and that one. Now 110, so directly keep here 110. This angle ARQ 180. Take this 110 on that side. ARQ is equal to 180 minus 110. So angle ARQ will be equal to 70 degree. So now you got this angle, that is 70 degree. Now you can find out this angle. Again look here, this ST and AB are parallel and this is also forming the same side of transversal. Means angle TSR plus angle BRS is equal to 180 degree. Again the same reason, same side of transversal, and then putting the value at TSR will be is 130 plus angle BRS, that is equal to 180. Now take this 130 on that side. Angle BRS is equal to 180 minus 130. That will be angle BRS is equal to 50 degree. Now you got this 50. Now again you can see that this is a, these all angles are on a straight line AB. So the sum of all these angles will be 180. Directly you can write down angle ARQ plus angle QRS plus angle BRS is equal to 180 degree. Again you can write down linear pair of angle, but I had written three names, so you can write down this combined name and then you can put the name. Now directly this is 70 degree plus this angle QRS that we want to find out plus BRS that is 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. Now sum of these two will be 120, so angle QRS plus 120 is equal to 180 degree. Take this 120 on that side, angle QRS is equal to 180 minus 120. So angle QRS will be equal to 60 degree. So this way we can, given figure, if AB is parallel to CD, look here, AB parallel to CD, angle APQ is equal to 50 degree, this angle is 50 degree they had given, and angle PRD that is 127 degree. Find X and Y, means we have to find out these two angles. look here, we can easily see that these two lines are parallel and they had given to us. So if these two are parallel and PQ is the transversal, this angle will be equal to this angle by alternate interior angle. Directly I can write down angle APQ is equal to angle PQR, alternate interior angles, and therefore we can say angle PQR, or therefore X is equal to 50 degree, because they told us to find out X. So this will be 50 degree. Now again we can see that AB parallel to CD and this PR is the transversal. So you can see that APR is equal to PRD. Look here, I am drawing a rough figure so that you can come to know this and this. This is actually 50 plus Y, and this is 127. So I can write down that angle APR is equal to angle PRD, alternate interior angles. These two are equal. So this angle is 50 plus X. So instead of APR, I am going to write 50 plus Y. This is Y. So 50 plus Y equals to angle PRD, that is 127. Now take this 50 on that side. Y is equal to 127 minus 50. Therefore Y will be equal to 7 and 7. So 77 degree. So this way we can find out X and Y. Thank you.